Let's start by unveiling a truth we often keep tucked away deep in our chests, because saying it out loud feels like a vulnerable confession. If you're one of those chosen souls, the ones who've awakened to a deeper awareness, you might feel a natural mismatch, even an allergy, to the way the modern world makes money. Carl Jung, with his wisdom that pierces through the layers of the psyche, would call this the conflict between the persona and the self, the social mask we wear to survive in society, versus the true core that whispers from the depths. The persona pushes you to force a smile, attend empty meetings, or accept a job just because the pay is decent. But the self, that inner intelligence orchestrating everything, always gently reminds you, this isn't your authentic self. When the two clash, what looks like financial stagnation is actually a profound spiritual refusal. Your soul rejects earning a living by wounding your own integrity. You've tried blending into that flow, haven't you? Sitting under fluorescent lights that make your chest tight, nodding along to marketing strategies that bend the facts, or approving headlines that blur the truth just for clicks. Office politics that reward the loudest, not the most sincere. Maybe you've been offered roles in systems that profit from others' unwellness, from their ignorance, or the debts that bind them. And every part of you screams, you're not wrong for feeling awake. Let's acknowledge with full compassion the big elephant in the room. There are industries where the incentive structures actually encourage deviation. Media that rewards outrage over depth of understanding, corporate environments that worship appearances over essence, bureaucratic roles that reduce humans to cold numbers, or sales cultures that disguise manipulation as success. We don't need to blame every individual in them to recognize this reality. Parts of our economy depend on collective unconsciousness. Jung once warned that what we refuse to make conscious will control us from the shadows. If your life calling is to bring light, it's only natural that the shadow economy feels like an ill fit. And right here, allow us to invite you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and imagine how we can support each other on this journey. If these words are starting to touch the recesses of your heart, consider subscribing to the Metasitta channel, a space where we build a more beautiful and peaceful world together, starting with small changes within ourselves. Turn on the notification bell so we stay connected and strengthen each other in these meaningful steps. Now, let's trace the origin stories that many awakened souls carry, which Jung called complexes, emotional knots formed in childhood, loaded with memories. Many of us grew up in families where love came with conditions, and self-worth seemed to have a price tag. Maybe you were the scapegoat, always blamed when emotional storms hit, and only praised when you faded into the background. Or the mascot, playing the cheerful role to distract from the adult's wounds. Or the hero, who ended up parenting your parents, translating chaos into temporary peace. These roles trained you to ignore your own body's signals to maintain the family system's balance. They also taught that exhaustion is a sign of goodness. If no one mirrored your inherent value back then, money now feels like an eternal courtroom where you must keep proving your right to breathe. These narcissistic wounds often leave subtle, invisible scripts. Don't stand out too much, it threatens others. Don't be too soft, it makes you vulnerable. Don't be too honest, it'll cost you. You learn to dim your talents, ask for less, apologize for the space you take, then wonder why abundance seems to evade you. It's not the universe being indifferent to you, but childhood survival codes that still equate visibility with danger. Financial prosperity can't last if your nervous system sees success as a threat. As Jung said, one who looks outside dreams, one who looks inside awakens. Your struggle isn't a curse on your abilities, but a clue about misalignment. The soul rebels when life goes against the flow of individuation, the process of becoming your true self. That rebellion shows up as fatigue, numbness, unexplained self-sabotage, or financial opportunities that never arrive. Your system is protecting your soul's essence from paths that would erase who you are. Does this mean awakened souls are destined for lack? No, not at all. It just means you can't trade your core for a paycheck without consequences. The way forward isn't by hardening your heart, but by integrating all parts of you. Shadow work isn't just a side activity. It's the financial foundation for those who are sensitive and ethical. You clear away inherited shame, piercing defense reflexes, and fears of visibility. You separate your self-worth from your income. You practice strong yet flexible boundaries and choose work that lets you speak truthfully without harming your body. As Jung reminds us, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. But what can you do if the old game no longer works? Start simple. Observe what you do naturally when no one's watching. Offering support, explaining patterns, designing solutions, researching, translating complexity into clarity, or holding space that calms others. Those are all hidden income skills. You can teach without showing your face. Build something without selling your soul. Create systems that heal, not harm. There are ethical ways to earn on a larger scale. And here's a tough truth that needs to be faced gently. The world still overpays those who keep illusions alive and often undervalues those who dismantle them. That's a fact. But over time, reality favors the sustainable. Exploitative models eventually crack. The honest ones grow cumulatively. Your task isn't to win the rigged game, but to change it entirely. It takes longer, but that's what makes it worthwhile. After naming the wound, let's learn how to walk with it, steadily, mindfully, and with enough resources to support you. The first shift is internal. Money becomes an exchange of mutual value, not proof that you're worthy of existing. When you stop auditioning your worth, you can set prices for the real transformation you provide. People don't pay for your hours. They pay to cross bridges faster, safer, and clearer. Your work is that bridge. You don't need to become a brand icon to build it. If visibility still scratches old wounds, start with a faceless channel that lets your voice, research, and curation deliver the message. Narrate short educational videos on psychology, spiritual integration, nervous system regulation, or relationship dynamics. Write scripts that weave complex ideas into moments of relief. You could build a channel that reviews healing tools with pure honesty, breathing apps, meaningful books, journaling systems, meditation tracks, and earn affiliate income while protecting your audience from empty promises. Create audio guides that help people wind down before bed or ramp up before work. License them to platforms and sell bundles on your own site. Run a research service that summarizes Jungian concepts in everyday language for coaches, beginner therapists, and content creators overwhelmed by jargon. Ghostwrite newsletters for aligned practitioners who need a consistent voice and regular publishing rhythm. Design curricula, small courses on boundaries for empaths, communication scripts for those recovering from trauma, or shadow work prompts that turn insights into actions. None of this requires your face, just your wisdom and clarity. All of it will be more effective when your nervous system becomes an ally. Before launching an offer, train yourself to tolerate visibility in small doses. Record a 90-second voice clip, share it with a small audience, and sit with the sensations that arise without fighting them. The goal isn't to erase fear, but to expand your capacity to feel it and keep going. When your body learns that we're seen and still safe, setting prices or promoting no longer feels like an abyss. Combine this with clear boundaries. Define work hours, response times, and what's included in your services. Boundaries aren't rejection. They're the most honest form of availability. Without boundaries, your yes loses meaning, and from that chaos, resentment can grow, and resentment is expensive. On pricing, imagine the state after someone comes in shattered and leaves with clarity, comes with shame and leaves with self-respect, comes confused and leaves with a plan. That journey has value. Name it, package it. Talk about outcomes, not personal heroism. You're not selling yourself. You're offering a container where change happens. Start with one simple, repeatable offer that's strong enough to be proud of. Refine based on feedback, not self-attacks. If your season right now is working in an organization, aim for roles that value honesty. User research that listens beyond scripts, editorial work that restores nuance, operations that replace chaos with compassionate systems, community moderation that protects from harm, or design that makes the complex understandable. Wherever you are, be the bearer of reality who softens sharp edges and explains what's true. Your integrity becomes an asset when it saves time, reduces turnover, calms teams, and protects end users. Results-oriented leaders will get it. There will be weeks when progress feels slow, old panics resurface, feels like confessions of sin. Keep moving. Integrity grows like compound interest. The clients who come are the ones seeking you. Honest, gentle, thorough, unwilling to sell false hope. The money that flows will feel different, clean in your body, light in your sleep, solid for your future. As Jung said, what you resist persists. This is where everything connects. Money issues are never just about money. They're a mirror of belonging. If you grew up as the truth teller in a home that punished truth, it's natural that adulthood feels like navigating spaces where you're paid to pretend. That family story, shrink yourself, be useful, be the lightning rod, repeats until you notice it. Now, the cycle breaks, not with a big bang, but through simple repetition, small honest choices that slowly align your life with your values. Shadow work is how you stop the past from seeping into every transaction. You notice when you're about to lower your price because someone sounds disappointed, then breathe and hold your worth. You observe the impulse to overgive for love and replace it with clarity on scope. You feel the urge to rescue clients from their emotions, then step back to your role, guide, not savior. Each small choice restructures a nervous system that once equated money with appeasement. You start seeing income as reciprocity, not ransom. The world still values those who keep illusions alive, and sometimes that hurts. But illusions are costly to maintain. They burn people out, erode trust. Your advantage is sustainability. You're not selling spectacle. You're offering reality that eases suffering. That reality can scale wide. A faceless channel teaching 5-minute grounding exercises might soothe thousands of anxious commutes. This week, a digital workbook library could help hundreds of empaths learn to say no without shaking. A monthly in-person group applying Jungian concepts to daily habits might become the community you longed for at age 12. This isn't empty dreaming. It's business born from compassion and skill. Marketing becomes natural when you speak honestly about the problems you solve. Describe the 2 a.m. moment staring at the ceiling, wondering if sensitivity is a flaw. Describe the feeling after a meeting where they swallow a no and feel old pain in their throat. Describe the practical bridge you offer. What's different this Friday, next month, 90 days out? No need to pretend. Just be findable by those already praying for your presence. Patience is a friend, not punishment. Think in seasons. Season 1, craft. Make something extraordinary for 10 people. Season 2, signal. Get found by 100. Season 3, stability. Make it repeatable for 1,000 without breaking your body. There will be weeks when numbers stall, ego screams. Return to basics. Serve, learn, sleep, sunlight, movement, one bold ask. In Jung's language, the self doesn't rush, it's precise. When doubt comes, relatives mock your small project, or old bosses offer security with self-betrayal, remember why you left. You didn't exit to feel superior, you exited to stay human. Chosen souls aren't chosen to dominate, but to show that a clean conscience can compete. You will make money. You will create meaning. You will hold both without guilt. And if you need one sentence to carry into tomorrow, I refuse to earn against my soul, and I refuse to let it starve. From that promise, design a week you can be proud of. One stable offer, one bold share, one honored boundary, 1 hour of learning, 1 hour of rest. Keep going, and one morning you'll notice something subtle but certain. The game didn't change you. You changed the game by being yourself. At its essence, the financial struggle of awakened souls is an invitation to deep integration. From the clash of persona and self, the roots of childhood wounds, to building sustainable ethical paths. This isn't failure, but integrity training, where money becomes reciprocity, not proof of worth. Jung reminds us that gold is hidden in what we refuse to see. You've seen it, felt it, and now you're turning it into meaningful service. If this touches your heart, share your similar story or related insight in the comments. Let's inspire and learn from each other. Suggest this content to those who might need it, because one share could be a turning point for someone. And subscribe to Metacita so we stay connected, growing together on the journey toward an authentic, purposeful, and free life. You're never alone. Every step you take is part of a larger wave, carrying us all toward deeper peace. Keep moving forward, because your calm, your clarity, and your compassion are eternal currencies that will bring true abundance.